Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get my life together with me for the new year. It is December 30th, so tomorrow is the last day of 2022. And I have just felt like I'm a mess. Like I'm just out of my normal rhythms, and that's not the best way to start a new year. So I really want to just get my life together, and I feel like the first step is taking down all of our Christmas decorations. Don't get me wrong, I love Christmas decorations, but I am so ready to take them down and just like get our house back in order. I feel like it's been out of order, and I feel like maybe it's because having a puppy with Christmas decorations is kind of hard because he pulls on everything and like moves the stockings around and all of that. But I also really like a minimal space and everything to have a place. So I'm really ready to take all the Christmas stuff down, put our regular decor back up, and just have a clean slate. I also want to ponder some New Year's resolutions. We'll talk about those because last year I actually followed through with mine, which is very rare of me, but I'm really proud of it. So maybe I'll do a similar one to last year. I don't know, we can talk about it later, but let's get this day started. Let's take down the Christmas decorations, and then I feel like I'll carry this vlog into the new year and me just like getting into a new rhythm. Also, we've been working on this puzzle, so sadly, I can't really clean this up until we finish it. It feels so good to be done with that. Our house just feels so much tidier with the Christmas decorations being put away, which again, I love them for the time, but I was also really ready to put them away. I pulled these pillows back out, but I kept this like sweater one just because I feel like it's very wintry. And then you can ignore all those books there. I'm about to make a video about those. I added some of those decorations back and pretty much cleaned up the kitchen. I still have to finish these shelves. I used to have my turkey there, and then I had a Christmas tree there, and now I need to figure out what to put there now. I might go to Target and see if they've got anything. So I think that's all the cleaning and organizing I'll do today. It's New Year's Day, and we are finally going to eat the top of our wedding cake. You're supposed to do this at your 1-year anniversary, which we forgot about it then.
So we're doing it on
8 months
the
later.
2023rd anniversary of the Earth.
The Earth? Or
You know
Jesus
people say that?
No.
People legit say that. Happy 2023rd anniversary, Earth.
That's hilarious. So we kept saying, oh, let's just do it, let's just do it. And then we decided, okay, we'll do New Year's Eve. So we were supposed to do this last night, but then I forgot and didn't bring it out of the freezer where it's been, and I didn't want to eat a frozen cake. So we're eating on New Year's Day. First dessert of 2023.
No, I had a cookie.
Oh, I did too.
So do we have to eat the whole thing?
No, it's just a bite.
One bite. This has taken up this much space in our freezer. You want to make sure you guys do on this is let the knife do the work.
It looks amazing.
Looks yummy. Here we go. That is disgusting. Oh man. Not good.
Nope.
Glad I didn't have the icing.
Woo, no, the icing was good. It's the cake that was bad. Ugh.
No part of that.
I don't know who says to do that.
You know, it's because we waited half a year.
Yeah, maybe that was the issue.
Whoops.
Cake in the trash.
Oh!
What?
I'm just kidding.
Good morning, guys. It's actually like 12, so good afternoon, I guess. This is my second cup of coffee, and this morning I've just been doing emails and work stuff and things like that. But today my plan is to make some goals, to reflect on 2022, and I want to make a variety of goals. I want to make reading goals since I actually met that this past year. And I want to make work goals and life goals. These goals, I don't want them to be like concrete, because I can get a little down if I like set a goal and then I don't meet it, which is what I've always done with like New Year's resolutions, which is why I don't really do them anymore. So it's more just like reflecting and kind of planning a path and a trajectory for me to go on. So I'm gonna make lunch, which is an English muffin and 2 eggs. I've been doing that every day. I do one half of the English muffins with butter and cinnamon sugar. I do the other half with butter and salt, and it is just delicious with some scrambled eggs. I am very particular about how I like my scrambled eggs. They need to be fluffy. They need to be softly scrambled, which means that they're not like overdone. They need to be just like, not wet, that's not the right word, not at all the right word, juicy and voluptuous, you know what I mean? I'm gonna make lunch, then we'll dream together, create goals together, plan together, and reflect on 2022 together. Teddy is actually being, oh gosh, maybe I spoke too soon. Sometimes if I just don't engage. Well, I definitely spoke too soon. I was about to say that Teddy is being relatively calm, but not sure if that's the case anymore. He has his bone. We'll see what happens. But I decided, well, while Teddy's calm, let me just go ahead and do this. But I have my notebook here, and I am going to just spend some time writing out some goals and figuring out what trajectory I want to take 2023 with work, with our marriage, with who I am as a wife, with my friendships. I just kind of want to think over everything. I feel like it's really easy for me to just continue on with life and not really reflect. So this kind of sparked from this Sunday. I was at church and I was just really thinking about how hard 2022 was and how I essentially just kind of pretended like nothing was going wrong. It wasn't even like to the point of being optimistic. It was just to the point of pretending like nothing was happening and nothing was wrong, which led me to then never really rely on God. It was like I just put walls up everywhere and pretended like I was fine. And that just wasn't the case. And so I was struggling with all these things when it came to my health issues or just worries of mine. I mean, just so many things. And I didn't even really go to God for it all because, again, I just pretended like it wasn't happening. So I kind of just grew like, I think apathetic is the word. And typically in my life when I've gone through really hard things, it's like I can't do anything but depend on the Lord. So this is very new to me that I responded in that way. All that to say, Sunday at church while I was worshiping, I just thought, you know what? Like I maybe should make my word for 2023 reflection. Like I'm not going to just let each day pass by and not look at what God is doing, grow in thankfulness for who God is, because I feel like since I didn't reflect on anything, I just grew very numb to everything. I didn't see God move because I wasn't looking for it and I wasn't asking him to, and he'll move regardless whether I ask him or not. But it was just really like I just grew numb to everything. So I hope to avoid doing that this year, and I think there's many different ways that I can do that. Like I know all the right answers, it's just a matter of me doing it. That's kind of where I'm at. So I think I'm gonna start off reflecting on 2022. Honestly, I think if I just think about it, like it just makes me really emotional because it was just quite the year. And so I think that's why I just avoid it anyway. Like I don't wanna think about it. I don't wanna think about the hard things. So I'm just gonna do it, and I'm gonna think about the good things, the hard things, and just kind of write it all out. So I've got no plan for this. I'm just going with it, and I'm bringing you guys along. share with you guys exactly what I wrote just because it's literally like very personal. But I'll show you guys what I decided to do. So I just wrote anything that was a struggle. And then I decided to write what good came out of it. Because I feel like, you know, even if only a little bit of time has passed, like I don't have all the answers for why things have happened, or not that there's necessarily been like the perfect ending to all these things. But either way, there's still always something good that you can find and reflect on. And so that's what I did. And this is me just really pursuing that verse in Philippians. And it talks about whatever is lovely, true, righteous, noble. It keeps going on. Think of all these things and my peace will be given to you. I mean, that verse has transformed my life with my anxiety. But anytime I'm struggling, I always try to think of what is good and what is true, and it always calms my soul. So now, moving forward to 2023, I'm gonna just set some goals and some desires, practical goals, hopes, dreams, all those things. Just finished my 2023 hopes, we're gonna call them, instead of goals. It's a hope. So I'm not gonna read all of these because some might be a little personal, but I'm gonna read the majority of them. So for my faith category, I am gonna be honest with you guys, I have been really bad about reading my Bible every day. Like I just, like I said, I've grown apathetic, and I feel like that's like acidic to faith, is just like not thinking about anything, not reflecting on anything. So my plan is to have that change this year. Me and Sam have some really exciting things coming up with our community. That is a goal, and I really want to do every Saturday morning that me and Sam are in our home, which really isn't that often, which is kind of sad because I feel like we're just so busy, but I want to do Bible study together. I feel like that's something that we've done on and off, but I want to make that like a weekly thing if we can while we're here. My next hopes are with work. I would really love to grow my income. I feel like for a while I just kind of let that slide. I stopped saying yes to sponsorships and things like that. So I think my goal this year is to have 2 sponsorships a month, which really isn't a lot. And I have another fun and exciting thing coming this year that is going to be launching. So that's exciting, and that's definitely one of my goals. For reading, I've decided I want to read 30 books this year. That's about 2.5 books a month. I feel like that's very doable. I think I'd say so, because sometimes I can fly through a book in like 2 days. I'm gonna keep it at 30 books, and hopefully we can surpass that. We'll see. Also, if you missed it, I did post my favorite books of 2022. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll link that down below. And then my last little section is habits that I want to start, and I want to start walking again. It is so good for me to walk. I would love, and I wish I had someone that I walked with every day. Like, I love to walk and talk. That's one of my favorite things to do. But Atlanta is just such a big city, and it's really hard. Like, I do have friends here, but you know, we could be 30 minutes apart from each other just with how the city is set up and how traffic is and all of that. So it's not so easy. Whereas like growing up in Tennessee, I don't know, no one was ever 30 minutes away. Like that's like a whole nother town, you know what I mean? So that's what's kind of hard, is that, but I want to start walking whether I've got someone or not. I just don't like doing things alone, and that's my goal, is to do more things alone. And lastly, my word is reflection. This year, I am determined to just not let days pass me by like I did last year. And that's just lack of discipline. It's lack of faith. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I know it was kind of all over the place, but it was really just like a reset for the new year and kind of, you know, redirecting my steps and really looking at what the Lord has done, because he's done so many good things. And even if it feels like my life is falling apart, the truth is he is still good, and that's what matters. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.